Hello again. Welcome to 8.4, where we're going to actually use the z-scores to find probability. Because remember, in the past two sections, I've told you that z-scores are a standardized scale where somebody's already done all the calculus to find these numbers, and we have tables for it. Actually, let me go ahead and pull up one of those tables now. If I can find, where did I leave it? There we go. All right. So this is our z-score table. This is what has all the probabilities that somebody's already done all the calculus for to find. So the z-score at, like, let's say 0.65 is 0.7422, which means the area under the curve from 0.65 and to the left would be 7.7422, or 74.22% of the curve. 74.22% of the area. So that's the idea. All right. So anyway, all we're going to do is simply just use the chart. Just find the z-score, use the chart, and then boom, you've got your answer. So uh, that's kind of just a recap of what this is. There's a z-score formula, yada, yada, yada. Here we go. A survey indicated the average person spends about 28 minutes at their 6-month dental cleaning and a standard deviation of 7 minutes. The lengths of dental cleaning visits are normally distributed. All right. So Uh, let's write down our information here. We have 28's the mean. Okay, got that. 7's the standard deviation, so this would be 35. Um, 42, 49 minutes. And then 7 minutes backwards, you got 21, 14, and 7. All right, so we got that. Find the probability that the cleaning takes between 25 and 32 minutes. Okay, this will be a fun one. So 25 and 32. So 25 is somewhere, obviously, between 21 and 28. So 25 is, right around here-ish, right? That's about where 25 is. And 28, not 28, what was the other number? I want to get color real quick. 32 minutes. 32 minutes is obviously also somewhere between 20 and 35. So 32 is probably about here. All right, so we're looking for that area in between 25 and 32 minutes. All right. So here's how we're going to do it. We're going to find the z-scores of both of those values. So let's do it with the 25 first. So the z-score at 25, we got 25. Remember z-score formula, 25, the x value minus the mean, which is 28, divided by the standard deviation, which is 7. So this is -3/7. Which, as a decimal, remember z-scores need to be rounded to 2 decimal places. So this is -0.43. All right, we're going to come back to that in just a second. Let's go ahead and get the z-score while we're at it of the one at 32 as well. So z equals 32 minus 28 divided by 7. Again, it's the x value minus the mean divided by standard deviation. So this comes out to 4/7, and 4/7 is 0.57. All right, so how are we going to use these z-scores? So these are the z-scores, which, remember, kind of translates to like the standard deviation. So like 32 is 0.57 standard deviations above the mean, and then the 25 was -0.43 standard deviations below the mean. But what's more important is the areas of these. So let's use our z-score table. Let me go find that real quick. I need this thing to go away. So our z-score table, I'm gonna go to -0.43, -0.4, and then this is 0, 1, 2, 3. That's the number that we're gonna need. Let me circle it right there. Right, -0.4, and then as you can see, 0.3. So that goes all the way down there. So 0.3336. So let me tell you what that means. That means the area here to the left of this, gonna take a little second to shade in, but the area to the left of this, it totals out to 0.3336. All right, keep that in mind. We'll come back to it. Let's go ahead and get the area for the green one, the one at 32, which is 0.57. So we need z-score table 0.57. So we got to go positive 0.57. So that takes us to 7157. So 0.7157. Now, this is interesting. Okay, watch this. This whole area, which is going to overlap, by the way, the area that we just drew in red, because it's all everything to the left. So it's going to overlap this red part as well. This area in green was what it said. 0.7, what was it? I already forgot. 7157. 7157. So how are we going to find the area? Because remember, all we want is the area in between. We don't want the red area. We don't want the green area. We only want the area, between 25 and 32. So how are we going to figure this out? Well, a good way to do this is to take that higher z-score number, 0.7157, and subtract that lower z-score number, 0.3336. Because what that will do is it'll take the area of the green, but you're subtracting the area of the red, which means if you have the area of the green and you get rid of the area of the red, then what you're going to have left is the amount that's here between 25 and 32. So we're going to subtract those areas and we're going to get our final answer. So if we do that, we subtract 7157 and 3336, which remember, those came from the z-score table, right? 7157 minus 0.3336, we get 3821. 0.3821. That is our answer. So you can essentially say that 38% roughly, right? 38% of cleanings take between 25 and 32 minutes. All right, so it's a bit of a process, but it all gets tied together pretty well. So remember, you have to start by finding the z-scores for these values, then find the areas with those z-scores, and then just subtract the areas. All right, find the probability that cleaning takes over 36 minutes. Okay, so it's the same information, right? 28, 35, 42, 49, yada, 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 right? 21, 14, 7. So over, let's go purple here. Over, what does it say? 36 minutes? 36 is going to be right over 35 here. So looking for this area. Now this one's also going to be kind of interesting. This is what we're looking to find, right? We're looking for this. Oh, why did it erase? It just suddenly erased itself. All right, we're looking for the area right here, right? This is what we want. All right. So first thing we need to do, of course, is find the z-score for that number. So 36. So 36 minus the mean, remember, which is del 28 divided by standard deviation, which is del 7, right? Z-score formula. This comes out to 8 over 7. And 8 divided by 7 is 1.14. All right, so that's our z-score. Now we need the area at that z-score. So let's go to our z-table. Let's look for, was it positive? Remember, this is the difference between positive and negative, right? Positive 1.14. And just keep in mind that reminds you that's 1.14 standard deviations. And it's positive too, because remember, notice it's on the right side, not the left side. So it makes sense. 1.14 standard deviations above the mean. So what is that area? Let's go to 1.14. Let's erase this. So 1.1 and then 4 gets us here. All right. Yes. 8729. Now this is be careful. This is not my answer. This area goes to the left of 36, not to the right. So that number that we just saw in the z-score table, it's not the number we're looking for because it's the number that's left of 36. So everything that's in pink here that I'm drawing, that's the area that we just got. That's the area that it just told us. That area was what again? 8729. 0.8729. So how do we find the area of the purple? Well, some of you are already shouting at the computer. You already know this, or your screen. It's going to be 1 minus, because it adds up to 100, right? So 1 minus the 0.8729. And if we did 1 minus that, then we'll have the leftover amount. And the leftover amount is our answer. So 1 minus 0.8729 is 0.1271, I want to say. I'll just use a calculator to confirm that real quick. Yeah, 1271. So that's going to be the area then of this, more than 36. So that's our answer right there. All right. So you have to always remember that these numbers here are always left of your z-score. So when you find your z-score, remember all these probabilities that you're getting are probabilities to the left of it. Notice again, when I had 25, this 3336 is left of 25. The 7157, that area is left of 32. This 8729 is left of 36. So everything's always based on the left side. So we have to sometimes do a little bit of math, arithmetic to get the other side. And that's fine. It's not a big deal because it adds up to 1, it adds up to 100%, right? So it's not too bad. But basically this translates to about 13% of appointments take longer than 36 minutes, right? All right. So this one is just kind of quick ones. Find the z-score that corresponds to cumulative area of 3632. So this one is just kind of like hunting for it, like a scavenger hunt, because we have the area, we have a table for it. So 3632. Basically gonna look for that number here and then, see what z-score it attaches to. So 3632. Let's see if we can find it. Who can find it first? Aha, I've already found it. 3632 is right here. And that's at a z-score of negative 0.3. Let's see, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go up. Yeah, 5, as you can see. So negative 0.35. And that's just finding 0.3632 on z-score table. All right. Find the z-score that corresponds to the cumulative area 9979. So same thing. So we're gonna go finding this one. Let's change the color while we're at it. What is it? 9979. So that's gonna be way at the bottom here. It's a big one. 9979. Okay, we got 2. So it's kind of hard to know which one to use here. So we'll just use the first one, I guess. 9979. This is 2.8. See 2.80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 2.86 right there. 2.86. Boom. Just like that. And then find, I think this is 85, right? So find P85. That's the 85th percentile. So what that simply means is we're looking for z-score 0.8, not z-score, but the probability of 0.85. P equals 0.85. So we're looking on the table for now 0.85 and what z-score goes to that. So which one number is closer to 0.85? So here we are. We have 8485 and then we have 8508. This number is closer to 85, so this is the one we're going to use. And it's 1.0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1.04 is our answer on this one. 1.04 z-score. All right, very nice. All right, a few extra problems for good practice. Yeah, I'll do a couple of them because they kind of take a little bit of time, a little extra long. So let's do 1 or 2, just for good practice. So we have set of physics exams. Normally distributed, mean is 80. Standard deviation is 6. So 86, 92, 98. 74, 68, 60, what is it? 62. All right. So Arena scored a 95 on her test. So 95 is way down here, right? So that's probably what? It's probably about 2.5 for a z-score, but let's do the math for it, right? So 95 minus the mean, 80, divided by standard deviation, which was 6. So this will be 15 over 6, which comes out to 2.5. Yes, so z equals 2.5. So now we're going to go to the z-score table, find 2.5, which is 2.50, which is right here. So 9938. So 0.9938. And it's asking, what's the proportion of exams lower than her score? Well, there you go. Because this number gets us to the left, right? That 9938 that we just got. As you know, it's to the left. Oh my gosh, it did it again. Just erased it randomly. It's to the left. I'm not going to take too much time shading. You get the idea, right? So then that means 99.38% of people scored less than her. It says, I guess, leave it in decimal form, so we're gonna just leave it like that. Okay, so don't worry about my percentage. All right, and then we'll do one more here. So we have temperatures. Mean is 19.7. Standard deviation is 2. Oh no, wait. Okay, yeah. So this is my mean. This is my standard deviation, and then we're looking at Cairo. All right, so 19.7. So this would be 21.7. This would be 23.7. And then all the way down here, 25.7. 1, 2, 3. 17.7, 15.7, and 13.7. So we're looking for, where does Cairo land? Cairo's average is 21.4, so somewhere probably about here, right? So let's find its z-score. So 21.4 minus the mean of 19.7 divided by 2, our standard deviation. And this is equal to, let's see, 21.4 minus 19.7. This is 1.7 over 2, which comes out to 0.85. So remember, this is your z-score, not your probability. A lot of people forget that sometimes. This is the z-score, so we need to go to the z-score table, 0.8, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0.85 is this one, 8083, or I'm sorry, 8023. So 0.8023. So the left here is 0.8023. But notice it says what proportion of average city temperatures are higher than that of Cairo. So higher means to the right. So if this area is to the left, then to the right would be 1 minus 0.8023, which comes out to 1977. So 0.1977. There you go. So 80% are left than Cairo's. 19, almost 20% is more than Cairo's. So, and we wanted more because it said higher, right? So keep that in mind. All right, I'll leave it there. The rest of these are just good practice if you want to give them a go. But yeah, I think that's enough for now. So if you have any other questions, just let me know. I'll see you guys in the next one.